What do you think is going to happen? Do you reckon they're going to...
Oh, they'll be back on.
But then also people have been saying online, but she's enabled so much of his behaviour over the years with what he says.
Well, you've met Jackie. You've been to her house.
Just last year.
Yeah.
Oh, this year. I don't remember when it was.
And how was that?
Great.
Yeah.
I can't stop listening to Mel C.
Oh, okay.
I don't remember
Yes,
this.
this is when I shat myself in the fucking courtyard by Marriott.
What? Good morning, Matthew.
And isn't it just dull?
It's absolutely flogging down.
Say it.
Bring it down, Newey.
It is absolutely pissing, and I'm in a bit of a silly, goofy mood because of it.
What time did you go to bed last night?
Too late. I
What
don't want to
time?
talk about it. Oh,
I saw you send at 1 a.m. something. Did you send an email or something at 1 a.m.?
Oh, did I?
I don't know. I saw something from you, like when I woke up this morning and it said 1 a.m.
I sent an email like Saturday morning, 1 a.m.
Maybe
it might
that.
have been that.
Okay.
But no, obviously been up writing the live show and also playing Fortnite. So
What time did you go to bed? Tell me.
like 4:30.
Matt!
Yeah, but that's when I went to bed, and then I, was up for a little bit longer, just scrolling and things
How
like
are
that.
you alive?
Well, lots of coffee, double shot. Can I tell you, I was rushing around this morning because I was like, oh my God, I'm going to be late. And then I was only 5 minutes late today, but I was rushing around this morning thinking, I don't have time to do everything. Like, I don't even have time to get a coffee. Don't have time to stop and get a coffee. Not that I usually would. I always make mine at home. But
Yeah.
I was like, I don't even have time to turn the coffee machine or anything. I've got out the shower. My fiance
Oh,
is there with the coffee, the mocha, let me tell you. The iced mocha made just the way I like it, ready for me. And let me tell you, it was just such a lifesaver. Maybe that's why I'm in a good mood today. But I'm in like a silly, goofy mood because I feel like the weather brings that out. Like, remember in school when there was a wet weather day? And everyone
it was like
just
everyone was gone mad.
fucking psycho,
you've been
throwing
running
shit at
around.
the fans, jumping out the windows, throwing chairs out the window. Every bit of rain at school,
Unhinged.
that would just send everyone mental. So it's one of those days today, and I'm in a bit of a silly, goofy mood today. But how was your weekend?
Good. I did nothing. I just worked all weekend because Peanut's in his recovery after his surgery. So AJ and I are on house arrest.
Can you give everyone who may not have seen your stories, give us the 5-minute elevator pitch of what's happened with Peanut?
The elevator pitch.
Yeah.
Okay, so disease that dogs can get is called IVDD, which is in their spinal discs. And it's very common that dachshunds can get it because they have such a long spine. And it's essentially where the vet described it as, let's pretend that a dog is a jelly bean.
Okay.
Picture you have a jelly bean and picture you press it up the wrong way.
Okay, yeah.
In the opposite way of its curve. That's what happens to their spine. And it can just happen randomly, they could just jump off a bed and then they could just really hurt their back. But long story short, 3-ish weeks ago, we just noticed that Peanut was a little bit quiet. It was nothing major. He was just a little bit more quiet, not his usual crazy self. And so it was Valentine's Day. And we were like, oh, should we take him to the vet? But then you know how you feel dumb if it's nothing? And you're like, I'm not going to take him to the vet and them go, he's fine. He's just got an upset stomach or whatever. But anyway, we took him to the emergency vet on Valentine's Day, which was Saturday. He stayed overnight. And then within the span of 2 days or 3 days, he ended up getting confirmed that he had the IVDD in his back and he needed to get the emergency surgery then and there on the spot. It was $17,000.
Whoa.
Yeah.
But clearly you've got insurance, pet insurance.
No.
Well, Brittany, there's your first lesson for all our scrollers is, I know it's expensive, but if
It's
you're going to
worth
take on the
getting, but also-
responsibility of having a pet, you got to take on the responsibility of getting that pet insurance.
Which we knew, when we got the dogs, we were we won't get it. We'll just put money aside kind of thing. And if anything happens to them, we'll have the money there to pay for the surgery. But the crazy thing is, I'm not sure about all the different insurances, but a lot of the insurances out there don't cover IVDD.
Oh,
because
there you
it's
go.
such an expensive surgery.
Yeah.
So if anyone out there has a dachshund, check your pet insurance and check that it covers it. But anyway.
Did you know I learned that just regular insurance for humans may not include war? Travel insurance?
Oh, really?
Because happened in Dubai, and there were lots of people obviously having a holiday there.
There you go.
Well, their insurance was like, sorry, war vibes, so not applicable. Can't help you.
Shit. Well, there you go. Everyone go look at your pet insurance and your own insurance.
Oh, God.
So he ended up having the surgery. It all happened very quickly. And now he's just on strict rest in his crate. So he can only get out to go to the toilet. We have to carry him out to the back. And he's doing all little physio exercises and everything. And poor AJ is stuck at home with him.
Oh, yeah.
So AJ, actually, I think AJ is the one that we should be concerned about.
Okay.
Because he
doesn't enjoy being at home?
Fuck no.
He doesn't want to have a holiday and just stay at home and do nothing? Sounds like a dream for me.
Literally. But the good
I'll
thing
come over and look after Peanut.
It's good because AJ can, obviously do heaps of his job on his laptop. But I think he's just going crazy, like not talking to people. Like I get home and he hasn't spoken to anyone all day.
Well, tell him to get on Fortnite.
He probably is.
No, I haven't seen him online.
Oh,
I've been looking for him to be online.
Damn.
He hasn't been online. But isn't it funny, like, you know, what's sad in a way is that, you know, even if it's a small child who needs surgery or whatnot, you can explain to them what's going on. Like, poor Peanut has no idea, basically.
Clue.
He wouldn't know, like, what's happened, and that's what breaks my heart when it comes to animals.
I know, they can't talk.
You can't tell them, like...
It's okay. You just need to rest here for 5 weeks. Yeah. And I'll tell you what's funny. So we've got him in like the big playpen thing and he's just in that 24 hours a day, except when we get him out to do some little exercises or to take him to the toilet like 6 times a day. But last night we got him out for a little bit and put him in like another little bed thing and like just sat next to him. And then because the crate thing that he's in has like a door on the side that you can zip open. And so Sneaky went in there last night and like laid in the crate thing. So I said to AJ, do you think Sneaky has been jealous all these weeks thinking that Peanut's getting some sort of special treatment and we're pushing him around in a pram and stuff? Yeah. So last night Sneaky got in the little crate and like laid down in there and went to sleep. And I'm like, he probably thinks that we're giving him special treatment when actually he's resting from surgery. So I think I'm going to have to get Sneaky a fucking crate.
I thought you were going to say, I think we'll have to get Sneaky the surgery as well.
Oh, fuck, yeah. But it's not good. Like, it happens all the time. And we can laugh about it now, I guess. But, like, it's life-threatening what he had. So I'm glad we caught it when we did. Like, we were like, oh, he's a bit off, you know. And then it turns out he needed this major surgery. So I'm lucky because if you leave it too late, it can be too late.
Bloody hell.
So, yeah, it's been a big few weeks, but I feel like this week I'm feeling the most back to normal. The last 2 weeks that we've been doing records, I've been like a hot mess.
Yep. You do have a great energy about you this morning.
Yeah. Well, we've had a lot on in the last 2 weeks, but poor AJ's still stuck at home for literally the next month. So shout out to AJ. Hope you're doing well. He went to the pub on the weekend, which was nice because we can't go out together on the weekends. So we're having a month and a bit or 2 months off from going out and doing things. But that's about it, you know. Well, I feel like another thing that we need to talk about, because the whole internet has been talking about it quite literally for the last week, is Kyle and Jackie O.
Yeah.
What's going on there?
Well, it's actually hard to tell because no one said anything. And you know what? We record today. This episode drops tomorrow.
Oh, yeah.
Watch today. There'll be this big statement drop and everyone knows what's going on.
Well, I saw the latest update was Jackie O said, I didn't resign.
Yeah. I'm a bit confused. So obviously I think everyone's already across it. Kyle and Jackie O. They've had a fight on air about astrology or something.
Yep.
Jackie O was going on about astrology. Kyle was berating her about how she ruins the vibes of the show and things like that. And then Jackie O said, you know, explain to me, because he was basically saying you always do this. And I thought she was quite valid in saying, give me examples. And then, of course, he was like, I'm not going to give you examples. I can't think of one off the top of my head, which is just always like the weakest.
And didn't he say like everyone else here thinks the same? Like dragging everyone else in the workplace into that on air.
Which we'll get into.
Okay.
But I think, and then Jackie O said the same thing and said, oh, you sometimes do this. And he said, give me examples. And then got angry at her for not giving examples because she was like, I'm not going to give you examples because that'll validate. It was just a bit of a mess.
Yeah.
But I think what's interesting is, and I can't keep my mouth shut, so I will talk about it, allegedly, but this, from what I've heard, because obviously I have a lot of people who I know who currently work, not mentioning any names, maybe people who have worked there in the past and whatever. All I'll say is this is minuscule. This argument they've had on air is minuscule compared to some of the things that have happened in that studio. And I think that this is... I heard a great quote which really summed up one of my friendships that kind of fizzled out a couple years ago, which was, it was a friendship with 1,000 cuts that bled me dry.
Ooh.
And I think that's what's happened here is Jackie O has put up with Kyle and his bullshit for so long, and much bigger cuts have happened, and smaller cuts and little cuts and bigger cuts and all the rest of it. And this was, it's the same as the straw that broke the camel's back, really, is the same thing. And I heard that quote, 1,000 cuts that bled me dry. It's when you have a friendship or a relationship, working relationship, what it might be, and so many things happen. And maybe they're not major things, but they just all add up to one day, one thing just being like, I've got nothing left for you.
That's what I've been seeing this as. I feel like this is just the tip, like the cherry on top.
Yes, isn't it? There's so many sayings. Tip of the iceberg, cherry on top.
I feel like this is what it is, because everyone's like, it wasn't even that bad. But I'm like, no, would just be the icing on the fucking cake. Yes.
And I think that's what's happened in this situation. I mean, I can't imagine working with someone like Carl Sandilands to begin with. I love Jackie O.
I love Jackie O too.
I love her. I think she's great. I've never met her. I don't know her personally, but just, we can read people well.
I've been to her house.
You've met Jackie O. You've been to her house.
Just last year. Yeah. Oh, this year. I don't remember when it was.
And how was that?
Great.
Yeah.
And so she was there, and her bestie, who's also the one that got that deal for her, Gemma. And they were both lovely, amazing, down to earth, nice. I didn't have a bad thing to say about either of them.
And I'm sure some people would say that about Kyle as well. But, we're good at reading people, and I just go, who would I want to be friends with? I'm going to go Jackie out of the two of them. I can't imagine. I feel sorry for her. I feel sorry for her too.
But then also people have been saying online, but she's enabled so much of his behaviour over the years with what he says.
Well,
but I guess if they've got
I can see how people have thought, can think that way. That's not where my brain first goes.
No.
My brain first goes, well, first of all, imagine being in her position working with someone like that who, if you do step out of line with them, just berates you, embarrasses you on air, calls you names. She kind of
has to go along with all the stuff.
Do you know what I mean? Like let's just put out, I mean, we're just very different. Imagine we were both getting $20 million a year or whatever to do this podcast, and I was calling you a bitch and saying you're a fucking nut job and all the rest of that, on the podcast. But and say you had nothing but this podcast, because they only do the radio show, so you don't have fate, you don't have any other income. You got your $20 million a year though. How nice is that? On this podcast, if you don't work with me and the way that I work, you don't get your $20 million a year. What are you doing? You'll probably just go along with it. I know that. I mean, I would obviously stand up for myself against you.
Which I think she does.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
But also, you're not really going to take it on too much, because you're going home to your mansion and your $20 million and going, well, what do I do? So I think this is the breaking point where that's finally happened, and she's like, I'm leaving until this is rectified. Yeah. And I think she's just saying, you know what, I need some boundaries in place if this is going to continue. Of course, at first.
What do you think is going to happen? Do you reckon they're going to come?
Oh, they'll be back on.
You reckon?
I don't think it's a marketing stunt.
I've also seen some people saying, Sophie Monk's going to step in, and people saying that there's a job up for offer.
I don't reckon Sophie Monk. I don't think she likes radio. I don't think it's her. It's like me with live TV. Has she ever done radio? Yeah, she's done radio. She's had radio shows. But it's like me with live TV. Remember, I did one live TV session and I went, nah, never again. Hated it. And I might do it again. She does pop on here and there, Sophie Monk, and do a few things. But I don't know. Again, she's one that kind of has set up her lifestyle, and
I fucking love Sophie Monk.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of her.
She's camp. But I think she's set up her life that she doesn't need to do anything she doesn't want to do, and I don't think radio is what she wants to do, if that makes sense.
Plus, she does Love Island and all that stuff too. She'd
Yeah.
make a mozza out of that.
Yeah. Also, just saying, we know none of these people personally. I'm just talking about Sophie Monk as if she's a long-time friend of mine. No, I don't think that's what she wants to do. You know, no, I know her very well, very personally. I don't know that radio's in her sights and on her vision board.
She's one person I would like to meet.
Yeah?
Sophie Monk.
Have I? I don't know if I have met Sophie Monk. I know she hosted the TikTok Awards. I think that might have been the... But, you know, when you go to as many bloody events as I do, I mean, I go to the opening of an envelope, Johnny. So I'm sure we've crossed paths somewhere, but I can't think off the top of my head if we have or not. Did you see Bardot just reunited?
Yeah, they did a performance, didn't they?
At Mighty
but Sophie
Hoopla.
Monk's not in it.
I know.
It's not the same.
It's a little bit like the Spice Girls, isn't it? When the
Yeah.
Spice Girls are like, we're going on a world tour without Posh. It's like, well, it's the
not
same
the
thing.
same.
It's just a bit shitter.
Speaking of the Spice Girls, just a random little segue. I have, in the last like week and a half, I can't stop listening to Mel C.
Oh, okay.
Like
Interesting.
her old songs are so good.
Okay.
Never be the same again.
I'll take your word for it.
Yeah.
I didn't even know she had a solo career.
What?
No.
Matt?
Girl, please. You didn't know who was it with the young divas? Diana Ross. You didn't know who Diana Ross was. Was that who it was?
I know the Young
No.
Divas.
Summer. Donna Summer. You didn't know who Donna Summer was.
Mel C's OG songs, Never Be the Same Again and I Turn to You, two of the best pop songs that are really slept on.
Okay.
I turn to you like a flower leaning
Oh, yeah.
towards the
Like
sun.
it. Love it.
It's a good song. Anyway, I've been listening to those on repeat and like the club remixes of them.
Janet Jackson, Together Again, came on shuffle the other day. That's a great pop song.
And what's the other one of hers? Yeah, that's sexy, sexy, sexy. Da 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 da. Yeah, that's sexy, sexy.
Just to segue Olympics this and connect the two, I went through a weird phase last year of actually listening to Sophie Monk's music.
Really?
Turn the music on and Inside Outside.
Oh yeah.
Just randomly went in my playlist.
Outside under my
Yes. Turn the music on. And then the other day, because I put on, I don't know, I'm a little over music at the moment, if I'm
yeah?
honest. Like,
Yeah.
I need some new bangers to come out. And so I've just been playing old playlists on my Spotify.
Yeah.
And so I played one the other day and All Seats Taken by Beck Cartwright came on.
All I want is what you got.
All Seats Taken.
Also, speaking of if you need new music, Matt, I've got another artist
Okay.
that I think is going to have a resurgence.
Okay.
Because she's just never quite got there. The same way that, what's her name? Midnight Sun, Zara Larsson. You know how she was just like building her career for so long and then it finally took off just recently?
Yes.
Bebe Rexha.
Okay, she has just come out with...
A new song.
Yes.
And I think she's the same. Like she's that artist like Zara Larsson that has been doing music for so long and everyone knows her songs. Like if you listen to them, but people don't know Bebe Rexha.
Yeah.
But I think she's going to have her comeback. Not comeback, but she's going to like spike
Take
into
it to
fame.
the next level.
Yeah, because she's another amazing artist.
100% disagree with you. 100%. I don't think Bebe Rexha will ever be a star. Sorry.
I think she's
horrible,
just missing. No, but I think like Zara Larsson, you know how Zara never had her like theme or whatever, and then the dolphin meme came out, and
Yeah.
that's turned into her whole brand. The same thing needs to happen for Bebe Rexha because her songs are awesome. Her voice is amazing. She's just missing that.
identity.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I think she needs to have that moment for her career to skyrocket.
Well, her new song that's just come out, and let me get the name of it because one of my friends was like, oh my God, it's amazing. I can't get it out of my head, blah, blah. It's called New Religion, but it samples an old song.
Yes, I could hear that old song in it.
I can't think of it off the top of my head. I'm just going to look on Spotify whether I can go to like the credits, view song credits. Here we go. See if there's like a little, what do you call it? You know. Nah, I can't see it. I was going to see if they had the, what do you call it? Sample credit or whatever they call it. Anyway, Yeah, it was. She uses a song in it. It's called New Religion, and she uses a song in it that is an old song that's like been popified. But I just listened to it and I went, "This is just recycled trash." Sorry, it's bizarre. It's not good.
So the song features legendary English dance group Faithless, and not only samples their 1995 classic Insomnia. But also weaves in elements of the original production. Interesting.
Did you just say interesting as well?
Yeah.
That is interesting.
Jinx. Jinx.
Under a roof. Fingers were crossed.
Did you just say black magic?
No, and I don't think you're allowed to these days.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. We used to say
Black
that.
magic is I'm pretty sure you're not allowed to say that. Go Google, go. But
Okay,
anyway.
maybe take that out.
No,
please.
you can leave it in.
Oh.
I think we can leave it in and give everyone a lesson.
Do you want to know another thing that I learned as well, like ages ago when I was in America?
What?
When I was at a baseball game and they do the wave around the crowd.
Yeah, you can't call it Mexican wave anymore.
That's just a thing in Australia.
Oh.
They've never called it that.
Oh.
That's
What do
a
they
thing.
call it?
Wave.
Oh.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. We just made that shit up.
Why did we call it Mexican wave?
I have no idea.
Go Google, girl. Could you please give us an update why we got Mexican wave, and what else did I ask you to Google? I can't remember. Here we go. We've got an update from Google Girl on black magic. Well, it does say that it's a Haitian voodoo, and if you're saying black magic in the sense that it's inherently evil, that may be offensive.
Gotcha.
So
When we used to say jinx in primary school, someone would say black magic and then it meant that you could keep talking or something. But that's probably just like a Jesmond public school thing.
Probably. Jesus spotted at Jesmond Primary. The Mexican wave originated in North American sports stadiums, primarily credited to cheerleader Crazy George Henderson, who led a wave at an Oakland Athletics baseball game on October 15. It gained international recognition during the World Cup in Mexico.
Because I remember when I was at the baseball game and I was like, the wave was going around like crazy. I'm like, they're doing the Mexican wave. And then we were sitting with some like American guys and they're like, what do you mean Mexican wave? And they had never heard that before.
Yeah.
And they're like, it's just a wave here.
Google Girl, who are you asking for these, by the way? Is that ChatGPT, Britt? Is that what
No.
ChatGPT looks like?
No.
Okay. Because I'm going, I'm sure I've heard black magic is something you shouldn't say.
Don't know.
And then Mexican wave, I don't know. Like, why do we... Because my thing is, I've definitely heard that we shouldn't call the Mexican wave the Mexican wave.
Yeah.
But then the Mexican wave is only the Mexican wave because it originated at the Mexican Olympics.
Very interesting.
Which doesn't give me cultural appropriation. It gives me... That's where it began, so that's why we call it that.
Gotcha. Well, Matt, speaking of sayings, I saw a TikTok last night.
Yeah.
You know the saying, night, night, sleep tight, don't let the bed bugs bite?
Yeah.
Do you know what that means?
Don't let the bed bugs bite.
And night, night, sleep tight.
Well, sleep tight in your sheets, I guess.
So, back in the day...
Here we go. She got a history lesson for us.
This is the Spice Girls history lesson of the day. Back in the day, beds, they didn't have bed slats under the mattress.
Okay.
The way that they were like fastened to the bed was like bed frames had all these little holes down the side and they would put ropes through it and like tighten the ropes, right? And the ropes would go across the bed.
Okay.
For the mattress to sit on, and they'd have to be tightened.
Okay.
The tool that they used to tighten the ropes on the bed frame is called a bug. And the servants that would tighten the ropes, if you let go of it, it would snap your hand and you'd hurt yourself. So then that's where the saying, night, night, sleep tight, like the ropes are tight and don't let the bed bugs bite, is the bug that they would tie the ropes with, because over time the ropes would become loose and you'd have to tighten them again. So that's where the term sleep tight came from.
But wait,
Yeah.
if it was so long ago, the only people that would be able to have those kind of beds,
Yes.
to afford them, would be like a king.
Yes, it was like the fancy old beds.
Yeah, which means that the person probably doing
The pulling.
was a knight in shining armor vibes. Night, night. Sleep tight. Don't let the bed bugs fight.
A knight in shining armour just coming in to tighten your bed ropes.
Yeah. Well, what are they going to do? Use the court jester?
No, it was the servants.
Yeah, but the servants would wear knight's armour, surely. Because back then everyone was just, killing each other with swords. So
The more you know.
the more you know. Anyway, I wanted to talk about something interesting that I saw while we were talking about music, and then I forgot to. So we are circling back. But did you see the event for Harry Styles' One Night Only new album release?
No.
Have you listened to the album?
No.
Okay. So, when an album drops, and I always am first to go, for example, when Lady Gaga released Mayhem, and I was like, I love Abracadabra so much. It is like one of the greatest pop songs ever, best song she's released in years.
Yeah.
And so I wait for the album to come and I'm like, please give me an entire album of just songs that sound like Abracadabra.
Yep.
But in different ways. And then the album drops and I'm like, okay, well, sometimes depending on who the artist is or what the album is, I go, this is not, they've hoodwinked me with the first single. And then with Lady Gaga, I was like, okay, well, it's good. It really grew on me eventually. But when I first listened, I was like, okay, it's good, but it's not what I wanted. So I'm like disappointed, right? Mm-hmm. So Harry Styles, basically the new album has done the complete opposite. And of course, I bought tickets to Harry Styles just for the vibes. I'm not the biggest fan, but I love a concert and I want to see as many people as possible in my lifetime. So I got tickets and the only song we had was Aperture. And I was like, not my favourite.
I don't think I even know that song.
Yeah, probably not. I don't think it's getting any radio play. It's not that good. It hasn't performed that well.
Okay.
Did you see him dancing at the Grammys or whatever it was that he was dancing at?
I feel like Harry Styles is not on my radar. Like he doesn't come up on my For You page.
Yeah, fair enough. So Aperture's like, in my opinion, like pretty boring song for me. Like it doesn't do much for me. But I knew that the album was disco. And I was like, that's really fun. A whole disco album. Mm-hmm. How can you fuck that up? Well, here we are.
Oh, is it bad?
The album dropped. It unfortunately is the opposite. Remember how I was like, I want a whole thing of Abracadabra.
Yeah.
And then I don't get that. Well, with this, I was like, let's hope the disco album is everything but Aperture. And it basically sounds like 14 songs, Aperture in different ways, forms, shapes, sizes.
Is it disco?
It's definitely disco. Yeah, it's funky. It's funk. Like
Okay.
it has a funky vibe.
Yep.
Look, there are one or two like standout really fun songs, but for the most part, I kind of was like, this just is not doing anything for me at all. And now I'm regretting my Harry Styles ticket purchase, and I'm like, I don't even know if I want to go because, when you go to a concert, there are two good things at a concert. You either go not knowing the artist very much, which is why I love support acts.
Yeah.
Because, when I went to Doja Cat, there was a support act there who I can't even remember the name of. I think it was Sailor or something. Anyway, she had like 4 amazing songs and I was like, oh my God, I'm loving this, and added them straight to my playlist. So I like found a new artist to listen and love. Mm-hmm. And then the other good thing is when you obviously go to an artist show and you know every lyric. So it's like, it goes both ways. So with Harry Styles, I'm like, oh, well, I'll listen to the album and learn all the lyrics so that I'm like ready for it. But I don't think it's going to be on enough. It's not. Oh, no. Oh my God. And I just remembered, like, Harry Styles fans are like Swifties. Like,
you're getting cancelled.
They'll all hate me after this. But,
I know
speak your
that
truth.
we can't play it on the pod, but just so I can get it in my head, I just want to listen to like 5 seconds of one of the songs to get the feeling.
To me, the album is like, let me lay in a lavender field and smoke a joint. Okay. That's what it's giving to me.
And what's wrong with that?
Not that I'd ever find myself... I was going to say, not that I'd ever find myself in a lavender field smoking a joint.
Why not?
But the way the world's going, we might be there soon. But you know what I mean? Like, I just feel like that's the album you put on at afters.
Okay, but maybe that's
at like 5 o'clock in the morning, you're around an old rickety dining table. You've got someone next to you smoking Bali cigarettes, and they tell you how much they smuggled back in their suitcase from Bali. These were only $2. Yeah. You want one? You've got someone just drinking like hard absolute vodka next to you. You've got someone across the table you haven't met yet, but they're at afters with you.
But maybe that's the vibe he's going for.
Well, if he is, he's hit the nail on the head. But he did an event where he performed songs from the album and all the rest of it. And if you got to go, which I don't know whether it was a ballot, I don't know whether they bought tickets or whatever, but it was no phones allowed. They all had to lock their phones in those cases,
Is this
right?
just for people, like not an influencer
People.
event?
Yeah. So anyone could buy tickets. And so they had that event. But before the event, influencers were invited to go to this one night only. And I found the discourse online very, very interesting because basically lots of videos were being made from people who couldn't understand why influencers were being invited to an event where they couldn't take any content.
This is true.
And so people were like, how dare these influencers get invited by brands? Because it was in, I believe, like an arena, I think, or however it worked, there were brands that were able to invite influencers. I'm not sure whether it was corporate box vibes or whether it was just the record label was able to invite influencers, whatever. Anyway, influencers were going. They weren't allowed to take any content. There was no phones allowed. And people were obviously very upset about this. And it was interesting seeing the discourse online because what people were saying was, I don't understand why influencers have been invited to this event if they can't record any of the content to post on social media about the event. So inviting an influencer is redundant. And I sat there thinking to myself, well, if they didn't invite the influencer to the event, you wouldn't have made this video complaining about the event, giving the event free publicity. The comments were tens of thousands of comments.
But maybe that was the whole point.
Commenting about, well, this is what I'm saying, is everyone goes, why are the influencers invited to the event? This just proves that influencers don't even need to do anything and you will do the marketing on their behalf. The influencers didn't even need to bring out their camera. You are now the influencer. You are sitting at home, not even at the event, making content about the event.
And also the influencers can post before it and after it, like saying I'm going and then giving their thoughts afterwards.
Yeah.
I saw another good take as well on social media the other day about, influencer events. And with our Fate event coming up, it's got me thinking about like influencer events a lot. And I think after we saw like the Road event, like the bakery that they did for the Road launch in Mecca.
Yeah.
I saw someone online. It was such a funny take. People love to complain about influencer events and we've spoken about it a lot here on the pod. And I heard someone just go, just become an influencer then.
Yeah.
Start posting the content so you can join them.
Yeah. But they won't.
Yeah. So that's this is the thing. It's interesting, like, that people will complain about influencers, which I totally get. Like, when influencers are out of touch or when events are out of touch or when there's no diversity and it's all cookie cutter, everyone looks the same. Like, I get that. But also, if you can't beat them, join them.
Yeah.
Go become one.
But also,
start posting content.
Why is it that, diverse people aren't being invited to those events? Let's take the Road event, for example. I'm not saying I deserve an invite or not, but I wasn't invited to it.
But I think it's because people watch those.
No, this is what I'm saying.
People watch
they've invited
the size
people,
6
exactly,
white creators and make them the most famous ones.
Exactly.
Because that's who they're choosing to tune into when instead it's also up to us as followers of creators to go and follow
Diversify our feeds.
Yeah, go and follow different creators. Don't just follow the most popular ones because they're pretty and white and a size 6 with a quote unquote perfect body. It's up to us to platform people to make them creators.
Because if you look at the Road event, there were people of all different followings there, but a lot of them had 500,000 followers, whatever. And then the people who I see saying things like, oh, there's not enough diversity, they're creators as well, but then I check their page, they've got 30,000 followers. And it's like, well, the reason you might not be getting invited just has to do with the following number and not being on their radar. But why are you not on their radar? It's because people aren't following. So it's like, it's all good and well to be like, we need more diversity there. But it's like, but you're not following. How diverse is your following?
Yeah.
You know,
we need to diversify
look at yourself
who we're
first.
following and who's
My
content.
following, very diverse. I follow people with a lot of different beliefs, which is also why I never get upset at people when, you know, some people get upset and think that when I follow someone, it means I support that person. And I guess at the end of the day, I do support them because I'm another number counting towards their following. But that is not how my brain works. I follow a lot of different people because I want my thoughts and opinions to be formed by, you know, or I want to hear everyone's opinion and then form my own opinion. You know what I mean? And I think I'm pretty good at figuring out what's right and wrong. Recently an Australian influencer, or I guess an ex-Australian influencer, they've kind of been off the internet for a couple of years, but they came back on and did this crazy post, which got a lot of attention. And, you know, someone messaged me and was like, why are you following them? Like, how can you support this? And I'm like, oh, I don't exactly support or, you know, agree with what they're saying. But I do love watching the train wreck. And also, I want to expand my horizons and listen to everything that's going on.
I think if anyone can take anything away from this episode, like speaking of influencers and everything, it's up to us as followers to make people influencers.
Yeah. Just
because someone is a stunning size 6 white woman and posts content doesn't mean that they are automatically going to become an influencer. It's because of everyone that goes and follows them that person becomes an influencer.
Yeah.
So if we like all collectively try to broaden our FYPs and follow people that are different from different backgrounds, different walks of life, you know, we will then see the rise of more diverse influencers and creators. But like, there's a reason why all the most popular influencers in Australia are white girls, size 6, with 500,000 or 1 million followers. It's because people go and follow them.
And look at everything in Australia.
Yeah.
Everything's white.
Yeah.
Going to most workplaces, everything's white. You go and look at Parliament, everything's white. You know, so it's like there's a lot of work to do. What do we even do to start? I don't know. I'm not the person to decide how to fix that. But I'll tell you what's real interesting. When I went to the Instagram event in Bali a few years ago, remember they took me to Bali and did the big summit with everyone from all over the world?
I don't remember
Yes, this is when I shat myself in the fucking courtyard by Marriott.
What?
In the hotel foyer. I've told the story on the podcast, how I shit my pants in the foyer and someone had to mop it up.
I don't know this story.
I've told the story on the podcast. We're not turning this into a poo story again. I have. That was the first time we ever told a poo story.
Oh, I don't remember.
So anyway,
Shout out to Courtyard by Marriott, by the way.
Sorry, but remember, I told the story because remember then my sister's wedding was the next day. So I had to get home. So I had to book business class.
The flight,
and
yes,
they served prawns, remember?
Yes.
Shrimp rolls or whatever.
Yeah, okay. I can remember now.
So anyway, where was I going with all of this? Oh, that was great. That was a great trip because I got to meet all of these creators from all over the world and I still follow like all of them. And it's just so bizarre because all of them speak in obviously different languages and I just like consume their content and have not a clue what they're saying. And I wonder if anyone follows us and can't understand us.
Maybe.
Because all of them, you know, they do cooking videos and things like that, but they all speak in their different languages.
Yeah.
And you have the new AI tools on Instagram where
you accidentally uploaded one?
I accidentally did one and I started speaking Spanish or something and I was like fully fluent in Spanish and it was kind of crazy that it was able to do that. But they mustn't have that setting turned on because it doesn't come up for me. But I consume all their content and I don't even understand what they're saying. So if I can do that, I'm sure you can go and find 5 new diverse creators in Australia that you can go and follow today. Because, and from memory, we've only ever had one guest on this podcast, haven't we? Milo Hartill, which, there you go. Big shout out to Milo. There's a diverse creator. You can go and follow everyone. You can start there. But we've only ever had one guest. I mean, apart from co-hosts that have taken over for us.
Yep.
We've only ever had one guest. And they're a plus size person of colour. So we're at 100% diversity with our guests on this podcast. Sorry. So you can't cancel us for anything because we're doing the most out of every podcast. We've actually got more diversity on this podcast than anybody else.
Because the
only guest we've had is diverse. So shout out to Milo. Everyone go and follow Milo. We love her. And I still recommend that episode that she did to people. Because that was so insightful. But anyway.
Matt, we need to finish and we haven't even done our...
Royal Flush?
Yeah.
Well, let's do our Royal Flushes in Close Friends then. How long have we been recording?
40-something minutes.
Yeah, okay. Well...
We've broken the rules today.
We've broken the rules, but I said at the start we were in a silly, goofy mood.
Yeah.
And that silly, goofy mood has carried on so long we haven't even done a Royal Flush, although you wait until you find out what my Royal Flush is on Friday, because it's actually a bit of an anti-Royal Flush.
Okay, well, that's another episode done and dusted.
Yep, sorry we didn't get to our Royal Flushes, but you'll have to wait till Friday for that one. Also, just quickly want to say, last week I was saying if you guess the name to my live show, you will get tickets to the show. Well, that ended very quickly the very next day, and I'll talk all about that when I do announce the show.
Did people guess it?
The competition is over.
Okay.
And the winners have been notified, and you can still guess, everyone, just for the fun of it.
Okay.
You can still guess.
I'm impressed.
I did not say the title in this episode, so there's that for you. But I will give everyone a hint, because I gave someone a hint yesterday, and I will let you know that you can find the tour name in the episode called Someone Has Broken the Law.
Ooh.
So there you go. As I said, no more competition happening, but you can just guess for the fun of it. And the announcement is coming really, really soon. You should have it in the next 2 weeks or so. So I'm really excited about that. Anyway, Darla, I better let you go. Gonna go throw a chair out the window.